See, but when you put the caffeine pill in there as well,
Right.
There we go. Now we're in
Caffeine
business.
pills as suppositories. All right.
On that note, anybody want to attempt to do a recap of what we did a month ago?
Oh.
I remember the basics. I don't know names, but I know the basics of what we did. I know where we are.
Yeah. I didn't write
Whew,
shit down.
all right.
Chad has notes. I don't
Okay.
know.
There you go.
We performed some tests on Reverb. Remy took a quarter pill, connected to the same people but distant, no thoughts, just feelings. Took effect very quickly. The blood pressure was up, heart rate was up, glassy eyes, slight flush and heat. Remy meditated before bed, thought about sleep, and got tired almost immediately. Mid-sleep, she heard a girl crying and banging on it, and as well as banging on the door, and popped awake. Concurrently, the evil sphere of doom moved the container on the shelf towards Nolan.
Oh, right.
At a visual observation, it looked no different. And Nolan was affected as we moved it. He could feel death.
This was last time? This feels like 2 times ago. I thought last time was mainly just staking the hotel out and stuff. We did all this too?
Yeah.
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 Wow, okay.
It
I
was.
thought I remember what you're saying, but I didn't know it was last time. Keep going.
We stayed up late.
Researching Spider. He was from Tennessee, Army vet, 2 tours in Afghanistan. Jacob Silas Simmons. Charges in court-martial for smuggling cleared because the charges didn't stick and was still honorably discharged. He had called in a missing persons report for Teresa Jenkins, and he gave his information as the Motel 6. He was a former private military contractor for Academy, whatever.
I say the same thing.
DEA records had Spider and the name, nothing more. Nolan was able to help us remember and realize that Academy was formerly Black. Yeah, the thing with the stuff. Blackwater. Crap, why do I have the name Tamika Tillerson written in the side?
I think because we called Teresa Jenkins that at some point.
Well, no, Tamika, I thought
No,
was like
that was-
a helper, like a cohort or something.
Right. Yeah.
Wasn't she the black chick that came out of the hotel?
Yep.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
ran the car plates.
Yeah.
Tillerson.
Yep, that was the information that came back from running the plates when she. Yeah. So, anyways, no issues overnight. We went to the Motel 6. No hotel surveillance. We didn't discuss with we talked to the
Front dude guy a little bit.
front desk. Sorry, I ran out
Yeah.
of the room, so the notes got very small.
I
No,
don't.
like that's all of them. I just have like
Oh.
a couple bits. and pieces.
Ask about Jacob Simmons. Yeah, so I rented a room.
You and Jason
we
did.
rented a room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you rented a room together.
Yeah,
He-
we rented a room together.
We staked out for like half the day, and then he went in the next day, or was it later that day? That's what I don't remember.
It was later that day.
It was later that day.
Yeah, and that's when Nolan went in and rented a room. I stayed.
No, it was the next day. It was the next day.
Yeah, we waited one full day, and I went. You guys told there was a blank room next to it. And I went there and tried to listen, but I couldn't determine anything through the walls really,
Yeah.
Yeah.
other
and,
than bad EDM music.
Yeah, some music playing.
Yep.
Because
The
there
loud
was a
music.
Camera, there was a camera like pointing at the
Yeah, he had the
door.
cameras. Multiple cameras in the hall.
Yeah.
Here, and one above the room, and maybe one other.
From what I remember, there was definitely the entry and like the lobby area, hallway, Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so, yeah. He knocked on the wall when the music. I think heard nothing.
Yeah, I didn't get a response when I knocked. Like
Yeah.
nothing happened, nothing changed.
Yeah, I think that was where we had to call it.
I think so too.
And weirdly, literally, no one to and from the fucking place other than the one person at the desk and the girl who left.
Yep.
No one.
Yeah, we were deciding what to do last time. There was the air of urgency, mainly meta, just trying to get things moving. But we were talking about in character too, like if we were gonna stake out another day or just like crash the fucking door down.
Yeah, I think that was that. That's right. That was where we said, okay, well, we'll figure that conversation out next time.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much where we are.
So yeah, we were basically determined. You and I think we're doing our mic thing, and we're just trying to determine like, okay, are we gonna, yeah, is somebody gonna try to like? That was the question: was are you gonna try and break in and see what happens, or was I going to try to play the good cop routine and try to talk to the guy
Yeah.
directly?
You're gonna flash ID and lie and try and get in, make him believe.
Yeah, based on the missing persons report. So that was
Because we had concerns about if he just, not that he would win, but we had concerns because of his training and other stuff. If he would just start a shootout and we'd get hurt or we'd have to end up killing him. So that was our hesitation on not just breaking the door down.
exactly, yeah, because I mean, we're good, but he's also good, and we don't want to get into a situation we don't have to get into. So, I think that was Philip was advocating that. Not entirely sure what he would get, but we would at least be on a better footing theoretically. So yeah, I think that was play.
Beep.
We don't want to shoot out. This is, and even if he does remember you, showing up here uninvited, out of the blue, with his fucking security cameras and stuff, I don't think he's gonna react well.
No. I mean, I think we'll be okay, but we'll lose a source of information because we'll have to end up killing him.
Information, we take a chance of him getting a lucky shot off while we're subduing him, and we also create a shitload of well, not just paperwork, but eyes.
Yep.
So it is very much the last resort.
I think we should we should just have you, whether you want to actually call in and try and trump up a case and roll the dice on that again, or just try and bluff your way through. I mean, I think we need to do something, but I mean, I don't really know that we have an option other than that because we've spent at least 24 hours here.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think the obvious angle is the missing persons report. It at least it establishes some rapport. Theoretically, it's going to open that door if he's there. And so, I think that's, the ruse may not last terribly long.
I mean, all you need is 5 minutes.
But exactly. I mean, I just mean I don't think we're gonna come back multiple times on this, but it should at least get us some information. So, I'll text over to the loving couple, and obviously I'll just I'll go open mic when I get there, so you'll be clued in. Obviously I will be armed, but not he'll probably have easier access to a gun than I at a moment's notice. So
Well, worst case, I'm next door. I'm
That's what I mean.
in the room. I have my rifle. I mean, we can go that route if we have to.
right, I just mean, you know, if he
Yeah.
sounds heated, he's liable to be holding a gun, whereas I am liable to have a gun in a holster.
You know, actually, maybe it would be better if whoever, I mean, Remy or David. I mean, is there a way you could like fake an ID for them, like to have a partner? I mean, he's gonna recognize me. I can't go, but I mean, they don't have to even say anything, but that may like put some more pressure or legitimacy instead of it just being one FBI agent showing up.
I mean, I don't even think they necessarily need, credentials. I've probably got an old, like a backup ID or something that could just be held, and I can just, hey, I'm Agent this, flash my creds, it's my partner, agent whomever.
What do you think, Remy, David? Would you guys be comfortable doing that? I think it would help to have more than one person.
Fair.
Yeah, I could do that.
Do neither of you had nice clothes though, right? That's gonna be the only thing. I
mean, we're like half an hour away. I can even be the one to run. If I can get a key from Remy, I can run to her house and just pick something out, so she can stay here and like you can prep her and you guys can game plan. We're half an hour away from my house. I mean, it's not like we have to do this right now.
I don't recall specifically, but Philip was a pretty athletic fella. What's David? What's David's stature and body type?
He's very smart.
Yes.
I recall that. But I don't know if I can throw some clothes on it out of my bag of backups. That's the question.
Not muscular at all.
Doesn't have to be muscular, but like.
That's what I mean. Like, is he tall? Is
Like,
he short? Is he big?
Well-
Is he...
Preston?
Jason, what was the physical description thing modifier? Does it say puny on there? I think it says puny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Puny.
So I mean, the clothes might swallow you, but that's Junior Agent Smith.
Do have khakis and a polo on.
Yeah,
So
you got like an extra jacket. You
I
could
was
just give him
gonna
an
say,
FBI
yeah.
jacket.
There's no way, like, as somebody that's probably wearing suits every day, I would have two.
I was to say at least
So,
multiple you're on site.
I think that's asking way too much. Come on, man.
I'm gonna go out of character here. You broke my realism. And frankly, I don't want to keep playing tonight.
Just say,
I mean, I'm looking at the pictures that are on, Twitch that are that Zach's put up streaming, and they do not puny.
He's not too bad. Not too bad.
Because yes, I keep Twitch up, by the way.
I forgot.
I have
All right.
one viewer. Woo!
So
It's
I will. Yeah, I'll have a little bag or something, and
Sure.
I'll throw probably like a shirt, a tie, and a jacket that he can throw on over top of his pants.
So since David's gonna do that, Remy, why don't you come to my room? Just go away from the cameras and come back, and we'll just hang out here, and we'll be the quick response team. I can arm you. We can just go in,
HRT.
Okay.
and in the meantime, we'll watch HGTV.
HGT.
That sounds interesting.
All right. I'll bring those in. I'll stop off there, and at this point, if he's watching video, then whatever.
Yeah. You were kind of resigned to that before already, anyways. So
Do it.
you were resigned to that before too. It's like it's at this point, what does it matter?
Yeah. So, again, like he's definitely the lots of extra stuff. So I'll hand him like, probably his like mini wallet or something. It's just got like a little badge and a fake ID or whatever.
Sure,
And,
sure.
I'll give him that. I'll have my proper flip out fancy creds from the movies. I think he would probably have his basic Kevlar vest on under his stuff because that just seems like it would be a normal thing in a weird scenario to have.
You haven't had one of those?
I don't, unfortunately.
You can wear mine. I've got one. I don't. I can give it to you, David.
Because I'd rather not get shot.
Yeah, David has my Kevlar. I'm naked.
Just
Interesting choice.
I prefer you put some clothes on.
He's
Just
not
a bed
stark
sheet.
naked. He's just wearing briefs.
Oh, okay. That's
Put on
acceptable.
yoga pants with no shirt.
Can still maneuver well. No binding or constricting.
Exactly. No, I think that's a good point that you brought up. I mean, you're going to be more if something happens, it's going to be to you two first, so that way you both have one. So
Well, and I
Cool.
don't. I think I don't think that it's like he's most likely an observant guy, so he's going to notice it anyways. But I don't think it's out of place for an agent making a house call, to be prepared.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
So yeah. No FBI blazer, but
Okay.
he'll have the he'll have the suit.
So official looking, but not officially branded, other than your ID. Cool.
That would just give me
Like that's like the to me those are like the things they wear at the crime scene, not when they like walk up to talk to a witness.
Sir, isn't that for the crime scene? You're like, it's about to be one if you don't shut up and tell me what I want.
So
your mom's bedroom was a crime scene last
Oh
night.
God!
Oh.
All right, and we'll get back together next Wednesday.
I'll go over quickly with David. The missing persons report was Teresa Jenkins. He's Jacob Silas Simmons. You are Agent ?
Sharp.
Agent Sharp. I don't see any reason not to be who I am, so I will just be Agent Gordon. Agent Gordon, Agent Sharp.
Cool.
And we've got a report of somebody that matches the description of Teresa Jenkins. That do we go body that matches the description, or like a crime scene witness that sounds similar? What do we think?
I would say body. That's pretty standard. You look up her, I don't know, body. I think honestly, if he's gonna see through it, I don't think there's gonna be a big difference between the lies you tell. But I think body sounds plausible. So
Yeah, and I'm just trying to think, like, that's probably a reason that it might be FBI level.
Yeah.
Potentially. So
A body that fell on the president.
Mr. President.
I'm not going for
Get
full
down.
proof. I'm just going for consistent logical story
Yeah.
and letting
Cool.
David know. All right, so we're looking for him. We're looking for a little more information. We have a body that might be no ID, just a description. All right.
Okay. So, you two leave the. I guess I'm just assuming you all reconvened in maybe the latest room right next door, or the one doorway. Either way, it's fine with me.
We're gonna go into Nolan's room.
Okay.
Yeah, Remy's with me. We're next door.
All right. So the other two of you kind of put on your vest and suit up and walk out. So you guys are listening in the room next door, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd toggle the mic
Cool.
open once we get over there.
Cool. You guys go to the door. I don't remember the room number after a month. And you're
On
in,
the third floor.
it's on the third floor. 303. I like 303 better. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. 303.
That's what you said.
So,
So yeah,
standing in front of the door, you can.
approach the door. I'll probably nudge him to like not stand directly in front, so
Sure.
he's not as potentially in the immediate line of fire.
Cool.
And I'll just
Like a gentleman's knock or like a.
probably just knock, knock, knock.
Cool.
Hard but not heavy.
Yeah.
Pull my ID out. near
Cool.
the-
Cool. Yeah. So
Where it would probably be visible to the people and the fancy camera.
yeah. But exactly. Yeah. So rap, 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 rap. Give it a few moments. You don't hear anybody. You can lean in a little closer. You can just faintly make out music coming from inside.
I'll give it like a literal minute, and then I'll
Sure.
knock again, a little heavier.
Okay. You give it like a literal minute. You notice that the tune changed, like maybe the song changed or something. But other than that, you can't recognize anybody moving around in there.
Like the
Natural,
volume
like
change?
a natural transition to a new song. Yeah.
Okay.
Which has been playing for 2 days or whatever, however since you got there.
I'll knock a third time pretty hard, and add Mr. Simmons, we'd like to speak with you.
Wait a little bit of time again. Nothing.
As under my breath as I can, I'll look towards David, and I'll just be like, Nolan, you don't hear anything, do you?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
All right.
And your knock was pretty loud. Like
Do what?
people, and your knock was loud. Like people would hear it.
Yeah, I mean, we heard it from he's from the next door. I've got my ear pressed to the wall, listening as intently as I possibly can.
This is like a standard key card lock.
Oh no, it's nothing that fancy. It looks like it would be like a
It's not
key.
even a key card?
No.
Guess we got a key.
I'll pretend to talk to Nolan again, or I'll pretend to look at David, and I'll just kind of speak into the mic again. All right, Nolan, what do you think? Pick the lock, or should we get the front desk involved?
Pick the lock.
I don't think the snot-nosed brat down there really cares. And
No, if it comes down to breaking the bolt down, maybe we'll ask. But try and pick it. I don't want to involve him.
well, first thing I'll do is I'll just try the door.
Yeah. So you put your hand and twist the doorknob, and it's unlocked.
I'll knock again. Mr. Simmons, we're coming in.
Nothing.
Oh, I will nudge him the other way, open it, and step back with it.
Sure. Cool. Yeah. So you open the door up, lean over and look in, and you see both of you, if you both look in there. Not trashed motel room, but well used and not picked up very good. You see what you would assume to be Spider sitting on the I guess laying on the edge of the bed, which would be facing, like you would be facing his side, and his face would be facing to your right against a wall, if that makes any sense.
He's sitting on the end of the bed looking at the wall. We're seeing.
Yeah. But he's laid back, not sitting, but his legs are off the end. You clearly see that he's got big headphones over his head, and when you open the door, you realize that the music is coming from his headphones that you heard from the other room. It's that loud. It looks like there's a few cables coming out of the ceiling that went down to one of those tables, bureaus that they give you every now and then at some of these places to put your computer on and charge it and stuff like that. There is no laptop or computer there, but there's a bunch of cables that are just in disarray. You see a mouse and keyboard there as well. Smells gross.
Smells rotten or just nasty?
Nasty, not rotten.
I mean, is there anything physically wrong with him, or is he just laid back, got the headphones on?
You'd have to get closer and look, but doesn't
There's
seem
no
to be.
blood or
Yeah,
viscera?
it doesn't seem to, and like I said, it's messy, but it doesn't look like there was a tussle or anything like that. No blood, no smells that would indicate someone's been dead for a while or anything like that.
Mhm.
Reach in the pockets, pull out gloves.
Where's my 10-foot pole of collapsing?
It's called a remote. You just throw it at them.
My 1,000 ball bearings.
Yeah.
Mr. Simmons.
I don't think he can hear you.
I don't think he can either, but I'm, trying.
If he's alive, as I'm watching his chest.
So since
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
since we've heard all this, I've opened the door a crack and I'm watching up and down the hall
Yeah.
to see if anyone's coming. Since
Sure.
I know they're in the room at this point.
That's a great question.
Mhm.
Is his chest appear to be moving?
Okay, so he looks up and down the hall. You don't see anybody yet. And yeah, you guys are staring there like this fucking weirdo looking at him. And you see his chest rise up, go down.
Just breathe.
Eyes open?
It's hard to tell, but you get like a little glint of an eye that looks. You don't see him blinking.
Is there anything in like the door frame or anything that, anything out of the ordinary?
No, just rolling your stats around. No, it's a normal door frame.
No wires hanging anywhere? Nothing we're likely to.
You have
trip.
watch where you step because there's several pizza boxes and ramen noodles.
Okay. Are we talking standard like two beds, one bed? What's the?
We'll say it's a two-bedder,
Is he on the closest one or the furthest one?
the furthest one.
Is so. All right. Again, I'm gonna look at David so that it appears relatively natural to say, all right, look alive. This is Bucky. He seems to be here. He's not moving. I don't have good vibes here. And I'll step in and take a closer look around. Is there anything new perspective having stepped into the room?
Looks like he's been living in here a while. You see various evidences of him just holed up in this room. Other than that, no.
Where are
No.
his hands?
One's like kind of like where his belly is. Let's say the one's closest to you is like this on his belly, lower belly, and the other one's just down towards his knee, just at his side.
Okay. Is there any stuff on the bed with him?
The blankets are all messed up. Doesn't look like there's any things
But they're
on the
under
bed with
him.
him.
His feet were
Yep.
over the edge,
Yep,
right?
yep, they're under him. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got some sweatpants on, and a white t-shirt.
If I case out looking for weapons, does anything stand out?
Nothing stands out from just looking right there. That like obvious someone propped up something or just sat a gun down on a table or anything like that.
None are just openly visible.
Yeah,
or
and there's not.
fold in his pants.
Yeah, we won't go that far, but yeah, there's not that many places to store something like that. So you're basically looking like under the covers, under the bed, and one of the drawers, you know.
Yeah.
or in the bathroom or something. But
Any drug
I'll-
paraphernalia?
Do what?
Any drug paraphernalia?
Yeah, that was. the next
Bongs or
question.
anything else?
Yeah. Definitely. You got bongs. Next to where the laptop or computer should have been, or what you assume would have been, where all the cables kind of ended, like someone just yoinked what was there. Yeah, so you see that, and you see what looks some like white powder sitting on top. It's not in lines, but it's in like little piles.
Okay. I'm gonna sort of wave David back just a smidge. I want to make sure that my jacket's like out of the way of my holster. And I'm gonna step over closer to him, probably just out of arm's reach, and speak. Take a look around right quick. Nothing different.
Mhm.
Nothing new that I can see being that close.
Well, I guess his eyes are open. You notice his eyes are open.
They are.
Yeah.
Pupils.
Yeah, they're the largest you've ever seen of pupils. They're huge. His eyes are glossed over, to a point where they look a little icky, you know. Also you notice that the window is open. Past him, there's a window over like where the AC would be. And it's like slammed open to the side. I guess they don't normally open, but somehow this one was finagled open a little bit.
It's slammed open or slammed shut?
Oh, open. Yeah, because like they have weird contraptions sometimes to keep people from opening it too far. You know what I mean? And this one's pushed a little bit past that point. One of those ones that kind of starts from the bottom and goes like this. Yeah. Yeah.
Just got forced open more.
Yeah.
Enough for like a body, or forced open more than the little crack that it normally.
It's hard to say now that the mechanism's probably destroyed. It could probably open wider if it needed to, and it's just kind of rested at this state of 2/3 of the way open.
Okay. So being just out of immediate arm's reach. Does he like his army basic stand in line, take your photo? Does it look like it's probably him?
Yeah, you get a general resemblance. That's
obviously older, but like there's nothing like, oh, he looks completely different.
no, and he has the look about him of someone who was in some kind of forces at some point. The hard muscle slowly turning to soft, large fat.
So, standing just out of arm's reach, once more again, Mr. Simmons.
And you're looking at him, and he kind of like takes one eye and he like looks over and he looks at you, and then he kind of like looks to the side, looks the other way, and he's like looking around. Then he fixates on you again, and you can see him just kind of like squinting at you. And he just kind of rests his head back down.
Dilated pupils and his appearance. I mean, obviously, like most likely some sort of sedative. Yeah.
No, not necessarily. It could be any kind of psychoactive substance to dilate your pupils.
Okay. Chad doesn't know enough to recall specifically pupils in particular.
You've seen me and Remy at this point be high off our ass on reverb. Does he look like us?
Yeah,
Oh, that is a
I
good
was
point.
gonna
I can't remember
ask.
what you said about pupils with reverb. if
Yeah.
anything.
They get big. They get like giant saucers.
Yeah. It does resemble that. It would have to be at a whole nother level, but yeah, it definitely resembles that. He while you're sitting there looking at him after he moved around, You see his hand. He's like fumbling around towards his side of the leg you can't see. And then you hear his music go off.
Mr. Simmons, we'd like to speak with you.
And he kind of squints and looks over your direction again. Pulls his headset off. You're really there?
Yes, sir, Mr. Simmons, I am.
Oh. No. Who are you?
My name is Agent Gordon. This is Agent Sharp.
And you can see like he perks up a little bit when you say that. He's like, what?
I just flash a badge and put it back.
He
Sir,
sits up.
We've got some reports of a body that might match a missing persons report that you turned in.
When
Reese Jenkins.
when is this?
How long ago was it? It was a while, like 6 months. Or
Yeah,
something
it was like
that?
5 to 6 months.
It's been a few months, sir. But
No, when is it now?
when is it now? I tell him whatever the
Yeah,
date is.
you tell him the date. Oh, okay. Alright. It is here. Oh, it is now. Okay. And he just kind of stands up and looks at you. Missing persons. That was a while back.
It's been a bit, but you're the only lead we had on this body that was found.
There's a body. Is it my body?
Well, I think your body's right here.
Oh.
This matches the description of the Teresa Jenkins that you provided.
I don't remember.
You don't remember Teresa, or you don't remember providing a report?
I don't remember. And you see him like look over at his laptop where it's missing, and he kind of like looks over to you. He's like, you taken what are you here for?
The missing persons report.
Since we're hearing all this,
Yeah.
I like whisper softly to Philip. I'm like, this isn't how I felt at all. This isn't how Remy acted. This is it. Like it. I'm not saying it's not it because from what we it seems like it matches, but I'm just kind of inferring it's a dose that's like 800 times what we took, or a habitual user or something. So I'm like, this we didn't feel like this. I didn't remember what year it was, but or I didn't forget what year it was rather. So I say that really quickly. Go ahead, Zach.
Yeah. Are you gonna stay in the room?
I'm still looking back and forth on the hall. Even though I don't think he'd recognize me in the state, I don't think there's any need for me there.
Okay.
Like if I hear if Philip seems distressed or I hear like weapons being pulled, I'll just bust through the door and try and get there. But
You could.
I don't see a point right.
Code word Jenga previously.
Yeah.
Okay, Roger. Yeah, I'm just looking up and down the hall to make sure that Pimple Boy doesn't come.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm listening through the wall.
All right. Let me know if anybody wants the Kool-Aid Man through the wall.
Roger that.
Oh yeah.
And please explain to me how and why it is Remy.
yeah. Oh yeah. I took all 8.
I turned into the Hulk.
Yeah.
Turned into Hulk. Wah.
So he's you're watching him and he focuses in on you for a little bit. You see like his face gain a sense of normalcy and recognition, but as soon as he is there, his eyes kind of flicker around and he's going somewhere else every now and then.
How did he react when he noticed that his laptop was missing?
He looked surprised. And then like he looked accusatory towards you, but then it kind of just drifted away.
Does the drifting? I mean, like we know that they had some weird like visions and
Yeah.
out of body experiences. I mean, mean, again, obviously it's not the same experience, but does any of that seem like
Maybe.
feasible?
Yeah, it's very very feasible.
One of them was in there when I think you were in the room when we had our group vision.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same because everybody kind of paused what they were doing.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, it was like a.
It seems more of like a fracturing.
hmm But again, he is doing this like, when is it? Where is it? Who am I?
Yeah, he's obviously experienced the silliness.
And he could have done another drug with it too. I mean,
Oh, for sure.
wait, Dave. I mean, David analyzed the drug. I mean, you said you saw stuff on the counter. Can David not look at it and see if it looks the same?
You said it was
Can.
piles of powder.
Yep,
Piles of
some
powder?
crushed up something.
And remind me, I'm sure it's somewhere in these notes. The colored portion of the pill of the reverb pill was the drug, and the white was the sugar.
Yep.
So, and this was a white powder.
Yep.
Right? Okay. With my experience, I mean, like at a glance, it seemed like it's probably like Coke or something.
I thought we said that the red was just a
Coating.
coating and the whole thing.
I guess that's true. Yeah, it was a dipped, like a pressed and dip.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Like
But it was
Tylenol.
cut with like sugar or something.
Yep.
But
It was cut with MDMA and sugar.
then dipped in a coating.
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
Okay.
Because it wasn't a because
Dipped in red.
yeah, because it wasn't a capsule. It was a compacted deal.
Yeah.
What do we call those?
Okay. But like at a glance, does the consistency seem like Coke or some more like mundane drug?
David, looking at it, it looks like there's at least two different ones. It's hard to tell what it is. One of them looks like sugar, and the other two piles is questionable if they're the same thing.
Okay. Listen, Mr. Simmons, we're just here to figure out what we can about Miss Jenkins, and I just want to put this case to bed. You say you don't remember calling it in. Does that name mean anything to you? Who was she? Friend, relative, lover?
I think all of that relative. It's all relative now, though.
Banner.
I thought he was from Tennessee, not Alabama. He thinks to himself. Listen, I don't have enough hours in the day to really care too much about what all you got going on here. I just really need a little help so that I can get this case closed, move on.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
There's enough shit here that somebody could take you downtown for a while.
Oh.
I don't really care.
No, I just ate. That's cool, man. I just ate. Yeah, you come for the stuff.
What stuff?
Did you,
Mr. Simmons?
and you see him like look over. Did you take my stuff?
What stuff are you talking about, Mr. Simmons?
You're here to pick that stuff up?
Of course.
And kind of like lays back down on the bed.
I whispered to Philip again. I was like, I think you should play along with him, especially when he's in this state. Just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're here to pick up the stuff. I just need to know where it is.
And he just kind of like sits back up and he points over to the table where all the powders and stuff were. He goes, the drawer. Yeah, the drawer. Thanks for helping me out. Yeah, thanks.
Oh pull the drawer out.
You pull the drawer out, and what you see inside is like an apparatus that would allow you to combine all the powders together and press it.
Curiouser and curiouser.
You guys you notice that, David and Philip, you're looking down at him, and you just see like a tear roll down the side of his face. He's not crying. He's not like, but you just see like a tear just like come out of the side of his face and like run down his face.
You right there?
He like really quickly looks over at you again. He's like, oh, and he stands up. She told me to take it. She told me. I don't know why. I don't remember who. And you can see him like looking at you, and his eyes are like starting to vibrate, and he's like trying to hold it together, looking at you.
Talking about Tamika or Teresa?
No.
Listen, when we need more of this, where are we going?
What?
We're here to get the stuff. When we need more, we coming back to you?
Yeah, you came to the right. You came to the right place. Yeah, I got just that's right. Right there. Yeah. Well, let me. You didn't find it?
I just didn't know where we get our next dose.
Oh.
Next shipment.
There's no drugs in the drawer, correct?
No, there's no drugs in the drawer.
There's
Oh,
nothing
well,
here.
in that case,
Hmm.
let me reiterate
Yeah.
that I thought there were drugs and an apparatus.
Mm-mm.
Listen, man, we came to get the stuff. All that's in there is some device. Where's the stuff?
The good stuff. The good stuff. The good stuff. Yeah, the good stuff. And he'll stand up and he goes over to the drawer. He opens it really quick. He pulls out the presser. He slams it down, looks in, shuffles around inside. He looks up at you and closes the drawer. Goes over to the other drawer, pulls it open and looks inside. And he's like, looks at you. Did you already take it?
We just got here, man.
He slowly closes the drawer shut, his left hand, and looks over at you. Yeah, I think you took it.
Who took it?
What? You're the only one here. You have to have taken it. You or him, or him. Yeah. Woke me up.
Him or him or him? There's only two of us, man.
Oh. Yeah, one of you.
We just got here. Came in, found you out of your mind, woke you up. I got nothing.
Why don't you try name dropping? I don't remember the girl's name. Saying this to your ear. Say that. See if he recognizes her. See if he flinches. One we were looking for that I found at the club. Sally. Thank you.
Or what is this? This Tamika, Teresa, Sally? Who you dealing with? What's up? What's the deal?
Sally? Sally's cool. Yeah. That, you from the club? You from the club?
Yeah.
Yeah. I already gave him the stuff. But they, right?
He did.
Yeah. So, why is the club doing an investigation on, what are you here for?
Oh, Mr. Simmons, are you actually here now?
Maybe. And his eye, you see like one eye kind of like stray off to the left, and he's focusing on you. She made me take it. 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 She made me take it.
Who
Who
is
made you take it?
What? No.
Yes.
No, I don't know. I don't know. Who?
Who is she?
You? No, I don't know. No one made me take it. No one.
Who gave it to you?
I took it. Yeah, I took it.
Where'd you take it from?
The plane, the fly, the Afghanistan. There.
You got all this from Afghanistan.
Yeah. But I can't get any more. I made sure a drone strike got him. What? And I took it. They made me take it.
Who's they?
She made me take it.
Which she?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So if he's on this much, I'm talking to Philip. If he's on this much of a dose, I mean, we can't just sit here. He's not giving anything up. Is there a way you can detain him? Is that something we can do, but still have access to him exclusively? Should we just fucking kidnap him? Because I mean, there's no one here now, but this isn't going anywhere, and it took us hours to come off our dose. We don't know what he took.
Well, conveniently, the answer to your question is yes. I can detain him for quite some time.
He's
Chop
like,
up a little.
he's like, she made me eat it.
How long ago?
I don't know what is when and if who is who. It is now. Is it now?
It's now.
I don't know. I don't have the stuff. I don't have the stuff. You can't. I don't have the stuff.
Yes, we noticed as much.
There's nothing left. And he just kind of like looks down at his like stomach.
She made you eat the rest of your supply.
And his eyes kind of like go wide, like you say that, and like a realization clicks in his head, and his eyes just kind of like go wide, and you see him like take that stance that so many took in like the club, where they're like receiving something or seeing something or experiencing something.
Step away.
You step away, and you see his eyes kind of screw up.
I'm gonna step out of arm's reach as well.
Sure. Yeah, take a few steps back. A man is what a weird. Oh, a man with a smile. The baby, and he's just like saying things that are like happening in his head. A baby with glowing red eyes and veins, and oh, it's so gross. And he like reaches out like you were where you were standing, like to brace himself, but you're not there anymore. And he just kind of like and stumbles forward. And he's on like his hands and knees now. And he's like not really crawling around, but moving.
does he seem to be still out of his mind, or is he coming back?
No, he's still out. There's it's naked people on stone slabs, in a circle. They're so happy. They're so happy. Oh, what is this? Oh no, what is that? I can't see. It's the beginning. No, it's the end. No, it's the beginning of the universe. No. Oh, what is this? Oh no, it's in me. It's in my brain. It's in me. And then you see the
Sure,
yeah.
Talking about it's in me, I'm stepping further back.
Yeah, take some more steps back. And you see like what looks to be shards of what your brain can only conceptualize as glass. But they kind of just like trickle out of the corner of the desk coming out of the angle there. And it's like each little shard, it's thousands of them, kind of pour out. Each little shard, like you could look into it and it looks like it's in space or like in a different universe completely, and each one refracts a different thing inside of it. And as it's pouring out, you see it kind of take the form of like this large arachnid with the shards kind of coming down 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side, and these large mandibles coming forward. And you see
what? Oh yeah.
Both of you roll sanity.
65 out of 65.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a
Am I
pass or
hearing
not.
anything through the mic, like while all this is happening?
I don't know if they're.
You hear me saying what the
My
fuck?
mic was on. My mic was
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
cut
like
off.
could I hear like things breaking? Like are there weird sounds that would be tripping me out when this crystal spider is forming itself?
It
that I could hear
is
through the mic.
eerily silent.
Okay.
But he's not, because he was
Me
screaming.
saying what the fuck?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I did
Yeah.
have the mic open, so
I mean, I guess when he started screaming, I'm gonna come to the door, so I'll.
29 under 82.
Okay. Both of you take 1 sand loss. While I.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So he's screaming, things are happening. I ask Remy to watch the hall, and I come to the door just to look in, just to see if everything's okay, because I haven't heard anything from Philip in a few seconds, like nothing words-wise.
As you peer around the corner, I have to finish what I was doing before.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
As you peer around the corner, you see this arachnid-like form, and I say very vaguely, as it's made out of these thousands of shards of reality, kind of wisp forward really quick in one sharp lurch, and you see Simmons' body just kind of flux as each one of these, or several of them, just pass right through his body, leaving gashes and cuts and holes as it just kind of zips right through him. You see all the other like inanimate objects around him just kind of shred as they pass through. Half the bed kind of falls off. He kind of like staggers a little bit. He's still up and alive, but he's definitely hurting. What do you guys
Is
do?
it still formed?
Yeah,
Is it still formed
attacked
after this
him?
happens?
Or it like went through him.
Yeah, so it's all a very indescribable experience, but it does pass through him and kind of a little bit recoalesce around him.
So like it's still in the same spot.
Yeah.
I thought you said it like went at him.
It's still in the same spot, but it's just projected. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if it recoalesced, if it stayed there after, I wouldn't have been able to react in time to what it did. But if it went back to its same form, I mean, is it just floating there? Is it? Can I tell?
What are you guys doing on the second, or should I just roll for initiative?
Running away?
I'm pulling
Okay.
my gun.
Okay.
I'm pulling my gun and pointing it at it.
Oh, that's
Just
right.
out
You
of
need to
react-
roll sand too, because you pointed around
Okay.
the corner.
Yeah, 1 second.
So
Remi's like,
Um,
you guys having an ice cream party over there?
32 under 65.
Quiet.
Okay, so you take 1 sand loss.
um,
I'm noping the fuck out of there.
Okay.
they're so like his laptop's gone. There's nothing in the drawer other than that apparatus.
Yeah, where were the shards coming from?
It came out of one of the drawers.
No, they came out of the edge of the desk.
Just like out of thin air from another
Yeah.
dimension kind of thing.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So there's really nothing for Philip to like get of obvious use, because the drugs, with the exception of whatever's on the edge of the thing, they're gone.
I mean, if you want to scoop up some of the powder, you want to scoop up the presser.
With in your head, how close are we to that stuff? Am I like
You would be
beside
you would have to be like within a step in an arm's reach, you know.
I don't feel like that powder is going to be of much use. So yeah, I think I'm probably drawing my weapon as I back the fuck away, but I am putting me in some distance here.
Yep, I'm in the doorway with my gun pointed at it.
Okay, so you point your gun in, and you take a step back and point your gun, and
I'm basically I'm waiting for the first sign of additional movement. If it moves again, I'm gonna try and shoot it.
okay.
Like if I even think I see it moving, just reflexively, I'm gonna try and shoot it.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, you guys do that. Remy, are you doing anything?
I'm just still looking around down the halls to make sure nobody's coming up.
Okay.
There was no noise and really nothing for her to hear.
Yeah.
so,
Other than him screaming, it's in my head, but
Yeah.
it's a hotel.
yeah. So
And me saying, what the fuck? Nope.
Yeah. What the? Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Which I just assume is like, okay, he's reacting to him screaming. It's in my head.
Yeah. So I'm as much as I can, and in that time I'm backing away from it. But yeah.
Okay. So you guys, as you guys do that, you see the creature of the angles and universe's glass just kind of swirl around and just make another sweep towards Mr. Simmons. And you see his body just get shrapneled by these edges of reality as they just warp into him. And you see his body kind of like fall apart as it cuts into him. It's like you see a finger go away, you see part of his arm fall away, and each one falls away and disappears into one of these shards. And before you know it, in a blink of the eye, the rest of him is gone. There's no biological trace of him at all, and both of the beds have just been destroyed and shredded. The floor is torn up. The ceiling's got marks all over it. The wall looks like 1,000 tigers have shredded it.
Can I see any of this movement?
Yes, you can see it. It happens fast, but you can see it happen.
Okay.
And what'd you say, Chad?
There's scratches everywhere, and it's messed up. There's no like blood and gore.
There is zero biological matter as you hear him scream and disappear into all the shards. David? You still running?
Down the hall, yeah.
Okay.
I'd probably, if I saw him come out, I'd probably pull him in the room.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna shoot at this thing. There's no way I'm just gonna stand there after watching it do that. Even though it probably won't do anything, I think more reflex than anything, I would take a shot.
Yeah, so it moves and you take a shot.
Definitely avoids it. Oh, okay. Okay.
No, I was just saying it moves and you take a shot. Make a firearms roll.
Okay.
You're shooting.
10
shooting past
under
Phil.
71.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah. Let me check something here. Shoot past Philip. Pow. You see what you would assume to be where exactly this creature was. Your bullet goes through what you would assume the creature, and the bullet just disappears, doesn't hit the wall or anything.
Okay.
And you see the creature just kind of like shifts around and kind of swirls towards your direction. What do you guys do?
Like if I see my bullet disappear, like if I can process it quickly enough that it just vanished. I don't know exactly what happened, but it didn't do anything. I'm gonna just try and drop to the floor.
Okay. You drop to the floor.
Like I said, ever since it attacked him, I've been hightailing it backwards.
Okay, so would you have been before him when he shot, or after him when he shot? As in, like, past him or in front of him?
I don't have a battle map. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I would have been aware enough to not hit him.
Me too. Yeah. Yeah. So you drop to the ground. We're gonna say
really
we're gonna say
far we were in the room is why I'm saying, like, I don't know if I would have where I would have been.
I'm gonna say that as he fires, you're like making it right next to him.
Okay.
And he's like, he sees that happen. He drops to the ground as you're going by him. What do you do?
If he's dropping, I'm gonna do the same.
Okay, so you drop as well. And just as you drop, you see just this cloud of shards just kind of reach out over the room. It doesn't go quite to where you were, where you are, but it was more of like where you were in the room before you ran and ducked down. Then you can just see it like jittering there in the room, just kind of like moving around. You see its form kind of recede back into itself, and it goes around where you see a lot of its sharded form go around where all those powders and stuff was, and it just kind of like shreds the whole drawer and like table right there on the edge, but there's still half of it left. You see several like appendages kind of move your way as you guys are on the ground.
Oh, I mean, as soon as I ducked, I would have been
scampering.
I'm gonna bear crawl or army roll out, and I'm also screaming for Remy and David just to drop to the ground, just as loud as I can.
Okay. Philip and Nolan, both of you roll me a let me get this right. I want to roll something. I think it's awareness.
Oh, baby. Let it be alertness.
Yeah, it's alertness. Yep.
I see into the future, motherfucker.
Yep, it's alertness.
Hold on.
So we are rolling alertness.
Yeah. Yep.
9 under 81.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
59 over 50.
Okay, so 59 over 50. Give yourself a tick. You are already past the door by the time you're trying to like look around and stuff. And Nolan, you notice that as right before you lose sight of the inside of the room there, you see the creature kind of starting to recede back into like various angles along the room. You see some of it like kind of go into the corner where the ceiling is. Some goes into like the edge of the table. Some goes into the like shredded wood that was on the floor from the bed. And it's just like, it's pretty quick as it just kind of disappears.
Does it make sense to me? Like, does it seem like not obviously it's otherworldly, but can my brain process what's happening, or does it look like a video? Is it like a video game and it just vanishes?
It makes no sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Like it.
But you said he sees it recede. It just makes no sense what the fuck just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made your sanity check.
Everybody except for Remy, roll me another SAN for the shredding of the body.
Say David was in the room with me.
Yeah, I don't think David
okay,
should have to
yeah,
roll at
that's
this
right,
point.
yeah. He left.
7
before.
under 65.
Okay. You lose 1 SAN.
Good, because I would have rolled it.
Crit succeed.
Nice.
77 under 81.
Okay. You still lose 1 sand, but it's much better than the opposite.
Oh, so I still lost the same as him.
I think so.
Is this so bad? Is this one of those situations, just out of character, just so I know? Like,
Mhm.
are there situations sometimes where even if you win the roll, you lose? It's just you lose less. Is that one of those situations?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was.
Yeah,
It,
Sanity checks usually wind up that way.
yeah.
Okay.
A lot of what we did in the beginning is 0. A lot of stuff you'll do with other humans may end up being 0 if you succeed. But when it gets into like the really weird shit, a lot of it still has a thing.
So we're outside the room. I
Yep.
see it receding. I'll yell at Philip and everyone that can hear me, but I'm looking at him that it fucking vanished. I don't know. I can't really make sense of it, so I'm just saying it's fucking gone. And
Well, it just appeared anyways, so that's not entirely new.
we need to get the fuck out of here because at best, I mean, I
I
fired.
agree.
Someone's gonna hear it. So, and we don't know if this thing's gonna
Well-
come back.
Someone's gonna hear what? Your gunshot?
Your gunshot, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
God.
silent.
Oh, is
Um,
it? I don't remember. Is it? Did I actually
So
silence
was
it?
silent, right? Eerily silent when it was doing stuff. Was there any sound when it was shredding?
No, I just meant they would hear my gunshot and investigate. I don't think they're gonna
Okay.
hear the entity.
Yeah,
That's all.
the entity was silent. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess you would have definitely heard the shredding. But not any additional noise from
And the dude at the front,
creature.
you'd only hear the shredding if you were like next door, like Remy was. You're
Yeah.
not gonna even hear it on another. Yeah. Okay.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is
Yeah.
how loud are we talking aside from the gunshot? Like, is it enough to attract attention beyond the gunshot?
Probably not. It's probably just rowdy.
I'm gonna, as we're leaving, now that it's disappeared, I'm gonna take one more look in there.
Yeah.
There's nothing to him. There's nothing else out of the ordinary. Yeah.
You were looking in there. Yeah, like the only thing that's kind of weird to you is that there is obviously was some kind of PC setup, computer setup there.
Yeah.
And roll me a flat intelligence check.
Okay. So that's just rolling under the int
Yeah.
score times 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What did we decide that 90 and 0 is?
90.
90.
Okay. Well, it's a fail regardless.
Well, is it the 000 or is the
90 and 0. 90 and a
90.
single
90?
zero.
90.
That's what I thought.
Nolan, roll me
It could fail either way, but it's not a crit.
What am I rolling? Sorry.
just flat int.
Oh, I'm retarded. That's not gonna be good. Oh wait, no, I'm not stupid. Wow.
the sheet says I'm not stupid.
I only had to
Oh.
roll under a 60, but that didn't work out.
Baby. 71 under 75.
Yeah, you see Philip there looking around. You know, maybe he mentioned something to you. He's like, "Is there anything worth anything here?" And the first thing that comes to your mind is the open window next to where that laptop or computer would have been.
To go check it.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Okay. I guess. I mean, if that's. I don't know that I understand the direction, so I guess I
like
go
it
into
cli-
the room and.
Like what clicks in your head is like someone could have just yeeted that out the window, or he could have
Oh.
yeeted it out the
Oh,
window.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go to the window, I push it up all the way so it doesn't get in my way, and I just look outside. I guess scanned their bushes or sidewalk below the hotel because we're on
Yeah.
like the second or third floor.
Yeah, you look down. There's like pavers and bushes down there, and you see what looks to be like a laptop that has dropped from the third story.
Okay. I was gonna attempt. So, and the other thing I was gonna ask, like, there was no. He's obviously been here a while. Was there any like decor or anything?
Nothing that someone else would have brought from the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing he brought. No, lotuses and all this other
Writings
imagery.
on the wall.
No.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm definitely planning to get the fuck out of Dodge.
I guess I tell Philip real quick what I see so he doesn't come across the room. I just say the laptop's on the ground. Maybe we can salvage it. And then I think because this has been like a minute or two by this point since I've shot, probably maybe a minute. So I think at this point, I'm really
I don't
urgently.
even know that it's been that long.
Well, even if it hasn't, I'm really urgently like, hey,
Oh, yeah,
like
I'm
trying
no,
to push us out the door.
yeah, it's time to get the fuck out. Again, as soon as it disappeared and we got up, it's go mode. I was just taking another glance before we leave. All right, so what I'll do is I'll say, okay, David, you go with Nolan, grab that Remy, now bring the car around the back.
Okay.
All right,
So
I'll
I
grab the stuff we brought in and head out the door.
So
I sprint
grabbed-
ahead of him as far as I can just to see if there's any reaction yet. Like
was there-
literally, as
nobody had left anything in either of the rooms that we need to grab, right?
no,
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
Okay, so we'll grab
Is
whatever
is the front
jackets
desk guy
and
reacting?
they're sitting
Like-
there, and she and I will go get the car. And
Yeah.
then, I can't remember what you said. Can we leave without going through the main entrance area?
There's got to be a fire exit.
I will.
But
encourage us to-
but
I
no,
purposely
Nolan's
go to the
already
main.
going to the main.
Yeah, I want to go there to
Yeah.
see what's happening. Like I'll push past the dude and punch
Yeah.
him if I have to, but I just want to see if he's like on the phone. I want to see if there's people. Like, is there someone that walked by?
Yeah, so you go down there. Yeah, he's on his phone playing like Candy Crush or something. And he looks up and he's like, "What?"
There's a gas leak up there, toilet, something. You might want to go look. And I just run out past the front door, past him.
Okay. He's take a glance. He's definitely confused, but he got out of his chair.
All right. Well, we went out the fire escape.
Cool.
Grab the car.
So
and
David,
bring it around
you have the
back.
laptop, right?
We'll get the laptop. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I made up with David to make sure. I'm just scanning to see if, even though it doesn't look like he called the cops, I'm just trying to look to see if anyone's looking at us weird.
I mean,
Is there something-
As soon as we started leaving, I probably would. As soon as I get in the car, I'm gonna turn on the police scanner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
there any-
So you grab the laptop. Everybody hops in the same car. Turn on the police scanner.
I think the only car we had was mine, so that's what I was saying. Is we were she and I would go to the car and go around the back to get them.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. Put the police scanner on, pick them up, start to drive away. No one's reported anything or nothing that pertains to you.
This really is a shitty part of town. Wow, just no one gives a shit.
Well, it doesn't hurt that the thing just went away.
I just meant my gunshot. Like no one.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. So back to the green box. Like I mean, we
It was somewhere.
Oh.
I definitely don't want to go anywhere public right now.
Yeah, let's head there and we'll see what I can whip up with that thing. And I
So
put the
you-
laptop.
Remy, you're riding in the cars with these guys. Just probably got jerked in there, jerked out, and then put in. Do you guys talk about or fill her in or?
I'd ask what the hell happened. There was nothing going on, and all of a sudden I hear a gunshot, and then we're like running out of here. What the hell happened?
He was fucked out of his
You
mind.
don't want to know.
It had to have been reverb. And
Well, I heard him yelling.
he started talking about it being in his head, and something attacked him, and he's gone. He's just
And when he says gone, he means gone. There's nothing. There wasn't a speck of blood in there.
nothing.
My bullet's gone too. I mean that shot you
Well,
heard.
we
I
saw that
know.
the place was shredded when we walked by it to go to the fire escape, right?
I didn't know that if they left the door open or shut it.
That's a fair point. I guess we would have pulled it too.
Yeah.
I mean,
She
I'm
probably would have
weirded-
seen it while I shut it.
Fair.
I'm
I mean-
weirded out by that piece, but like I look at Philip directly and I'm like, I know I didn't miss. Like I hit that thing. I did not fucking miss. It just
I watched.
vanished.
I know.
Does what they describe sound like anything I saw in any of the visions? Not shards of glass, obviously, but the shape of it.
No. Nope.
I also used my cloak to wipe the door handle down.
Okay. We got him, boys.
Right.
We got you on camera.
It says here Nolan Webb was
Yeah,
here. He's
there
he's
were-
ex-military.
Yeah.
He's a furry addict.
The cameras that were plugged up to that laptop.
Oh, right.
We've got it.
Yeah. So
I mean,
did
that should be our first thing. We should try and see if we can salvage. I
Oh,
look at
absolutely.
David
That's
and
what I was
Philip.
saying is we'll go to the green box and I'll see what I can do with the laptop.
okay.
So I don't go into any more detail unless she presses. I just say something appeared. It looked like fucking space stars in glass, and he's just gone. All of him is just gone. And I direct you next.
Mm-hmm.
And again,
when-
without her pressing further, I don't say.
Philip,
When-
go ahead.
I was gonna say, when I was at the shop talking to the lady about
Yeah.
Liao, however you say it. Did she say like the malevolent ghost? Did she say like what it looked like?
No.
Or she didn't describe it at all.
Mm-mm.
I'll be right back. I gotta take a leak.
Okay. And like as you're thinking of that line of thinking, like in your head, the first thing you're like, they said it looked like a arachnid or something, and you're like, isn't that guy's nickname the Spider, or isn't that what came up?
Oh shit!
Yeah, you didn't put that together, did you?
Nope. That was. I've been calling him Mr. Simmons.
Yeah, that's true.
All
You have been
session.
calling him Mr. Simmons.
Very explicitly and verifying every time. Simmons.
I'm wondering if it's different for everybody.
So you were starting to ask me something, Zach?
Yes. Did you describe the general disarray of everything too? As in like the shredding?
Yeah, I mentioned that the place got shredded.
Roll me a intelligence check. Remy.
Your intelligence score looks to be 110.
It should be pretty high.
One thing she can't.
It's pretty high. It's not that high compared to everything else.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's 98 over 60.
Hey, I'm just as smart as you are. And Nolan's apparently smarter than both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, he's 62. He's a 12.
Well,
12. Huh? 12, 12,
I thought he rolled 70 something.
16.
oh yeah, he said he was 70. He rolled a 71 under 75.
Yeah. Wait. Well, okay. We won't worry about that, but
Because like my constitution.
I mean,
is
I was
75,
planning to go
my
check the
intelligence is
It's fine.
that area
Right.
anyways.
It's David. You can do this too. You can do this too because you were with her. I forgot about this. David, roll me an intelligence check.
37 under 80.
Nice.
They describe the way he disappeared. And the first thing that comes into your mind was when Zach Galifianakis was telling you about the people that have disappeared.
Yeah, the Aztec shit.
Well,
No, that was when they
Yeah.
were talking to druggies.
and Philip, your guy, Mr. Brown, disappeared.
I thought you said there was blood and stuff everywhere.
There was for him. But he's gone as well. And you remember when you were talking to him, I believe it was
Backstory.
him. I believe it was him when you were doing his interview about the other missing persons reports.
Mm-hmm.
The state of the apartment was the same as what you just witnessed.
Yeah. Well, I thought every previous case of a person being gone was that the place was messed up, but there was gore.
The only outlier is the one in the police station.
He had gore.
Yep.
The chick that the guy called about, there was nothing.
Nothing.
But the place was shredded.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
And the only thing you missed, other than that, Mike, was that his nickname was the Spider.
Okay.
Like
Are we still in the car
you-
traveling?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just cause yeah.
Okay.
You guys make it to the Green Bucks.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When you lose, when you fail an intelligence check or any like a check like that, do you do anything with that?
No, no.
I didn't know.
And really, those are rarely used, but I like to try to use them for stuff if I feel like there's something that maybe your characters would know or do, and it doesn't really fall into any of these other things.
We just
Yeah.
haven't really used them yet,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
failed them.
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah. It's been a
Yeah.
hot minute.
Okay. So, yeah. So unless somebody else has something to add to the trip, then when we get back, Philip's just going to see what he can do with that machine.
Okay.
To get those
And by
drugs
the way,
from the
I was gonna
Stallion crew.
say, you said there were papers there.
No.
Oh, okay.
There were papers on the ground.
Like pizza boxes. It said
You
pizza.
said there were pizza boxes on the ground, but you said when he looked out the window, that the
window.
laptop and there was a bunch of paper.
Oh, he said pavers.
Pavers.
P-A-V-E-R.
Pavers.
Ah,
My
yeah.
notes.
English is hard.
Papers. Yeah, I heard papers.
Is writing report.
All right, cool.
Okay. So we'll let Mike, Nolan, David, Remy tell me what you're gonna do before we go to Philip with his computer stuff. Anything special, different? Sitting, watching.
I don't know if there's anything I could do. If I heard, I guess just to fill time, if I heard the conversations about Afghanistan, maybe to fill time, I start calling. Like I call up a couple of military buddies and see if they remember him. I don't think it's gonna do anything, but it's better than sitting there twiddling my thumbs. Obviously, I don't say that this dude is a drug addict that we're chasing down. An interdimensional spider killed him.
Yeah.
But just talking about like his service record. Right, yeah. So I guess not anything official because I don't have the rank to pull.
Yeah.
But since I was in special ops, people like me. So just trying to do that. Just see if there's anything I can find. That's all. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sit there and bullshit with David and Remy.
Okay. Yeah. So while they're doing that, you do a few calls and you're not really able to gain much more information than you already know about his court martialing and all that good stuff. Is supposedly smuggled. Nothing ever stuck to him. Everybody thought he was pretty shady. That's what you get from.
Were there any details
Cool.
about the charges?
Other than what I already gave you, no.
I honestly couldn't remember what all you said
Uh,
about the
Court.
I didn't know. Like aside from that, it was smuggling. Like smuggled what from where?
No suspicion of smuggling. Nothing stuck.
I didn't know
Yeah.
when the charges didn't stick. I didn't know if there were specifics that didn't stay or if it was just.
No, it would have been more about taking flights and stuff when he shouldn't have, and where he wasn't where he should have been, when he should have been somewhere.
Military stickler about that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Wasn't like a location of any kind.
No. Okay, so you do that. Remy, David?
Yeah, I'd probably be looking up stuff about the Chochos and Liaos and the Lao stuff and the Preta and trying
Yeah,
to,
that's what it was called.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, trying to find more on that.
Okay.
Forced
See
him
see
to
if I can make any sense of what they told me.
Roll me an anthropology check.
Okay. Oh yeah, 61 under 71.
Yeah, on more of the mainstream stuff doesn't seem to have much, but you do run across a few practices or meditations involving the Preda to like make it withdraw by meditation on a void or sphere.
Which is what she told me already.
Which is
anyway.
what he was probably trying to do. Sucks to be him.
Oh, meditating on a void. Oh, fuck.
Oh well.
Hello, Mr. Simmons.
Get out of your trance.
I'm just gonna continue to assume that Philip doesn't make any connection there, and he
Philip
was just drugged out
doesn't
of
know
the
that. Okay. And David.
We need to go get the drugs from Sally and her crew. Is what we need to do first before we do anything else.
Okay. You say
Before we wind up with more disappeared bodies.
Okay. Do you? I mean, if you say that out loud, do you want company? Do you want me to go with you? Do you and Remy want to go do it?
I mentioned that to all of us as we're driving.
Of course, that's what I'm asking what your. So you say that, but what's your plan? Like, do you think we all need to go? Like,
If we go in the day, there shouldn't be very many people there, other than maybe 3 people.
I mean, that may be something good for me and Remy to do since they know us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can't necessarily let you just waltz in because they're liable to, force drug you
Yeah.
again.
I mean, if they try and
Yeah.
force drug us this time, I'll just get physical. Not kill them,
Shoot
but
somebody.
I'll fight. Well, I mean, maybe I'm in a bad mood. Who knows? No, I mean, just we kind of let them do whatever we wanted last time because we were trying to get information and play ball. We're not there to do that this time. I'm not going to let them shove drugs down our throat.
So, I don't disagree. We just need to be careful.
And you need to find out about that black lady too, 'cause she may have taken the shipment that he had.
Exactly. No, I'm very, very concerned about Tamika Catchings.
I know.
Tamika Tillerson. So if you want to try and do that before we get into the forensics on this thing, that's fine. But I definitely think it's probably wise to stick together, at least generally at this point.
Well, David could stay with you to help out if you need it because you guys are the geeks, and me and Remy will be together. She's not going to be alone. I'm not going to be alone. So I think that's a pretty good use of our time, honestly. Because otherwise, I really would just be sitting here, looking at you guys and feeling stupid.
I mean, if y'all are just gonna go talk to him, why don't I just drive us over there and I'll sit in the car and look at stuff. You
Oh
guys
yeah,
can do
if
that.
if you can, I didn't know that you could do the retrieval. Like I thought you needed some tools. If you can do it in your car, you can wait.
There's nothing at the green box other than relative safety.
Okay.
Because it's not like we had like a fiber hookup there, or even
You might want
power.
to talk to your cop friends and that, put an alert on her car.
Yeah, yeah. That's one of the things I want to do with that name. I want to look up. I want to dig about her. I want to put out something with him to see if they can keep an eye out for her, and then forensicify the laptop.
Okay, so you're gonna drive us there. So I guess Philip's driving us to the club. Remy and I are gonna go inside and just steal the drugs. I mean, David, did you have something? Do you think there's something specifically, since this is your plan, that you'd like us to do, or do you mean just smash and grab? Just go in and just get it.
Just get what you can out of there.
Okay. I mean, I'm down, Remy. You good?
Why not?
I'll let you do the talking.
So, do you guys want me to park across the street, or do you just want to park there?
I honestly think just this closer the better. If something does go bad, we can get the fuck out quicker.
That's what
Surprise isn't really gonna matter here, I don't think.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking as well.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you kind of look over at the laptop that you got and you're like, well, I guess that'll have to wait.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is
Yeah.
It's not like I have anything other than like a workspace and a
Yeah.
relatively safe place at the green box, anyways.
Yeah.
So like I can still bust out my little laptop and use my hotspot just like I've been doing there. I can do most of it here,
So
unless I'm physically doing hardware things.
yeah, it looks like you're gonna have to pull the hard drive out of that sucker. Not too
I've
big
got
of a
other
deal
things
though.
to work on,
Yeah.
and hopefully this isn't going to take a year and a half for them.
Yeah. So you guys pull up to the outside of the warehouse. Time wise, I believe it was like 3 to 5 p.m. at the other place. Is that
It was late,
that
early
jive?
afternoon.
Early
Like
afternoon?
early mid afternoon, I think.
Okay.
So 3 o'clock's fine.
Okay.
Well, because it was early afternoon when you guys got the room for that next day. I thought this was pretty early the following day. Was that what it? I don't remember.
It was the following day, but I think we decided to do it around
Yeah.
like noon or 1 o'clock is when we started everything.
Yeah. So we'll just say it's 3 now. You guys show up to the warehouse. Remy and Nolan are hopping out.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You guys.
Unless David wants to
Hop
come
out.
too. I mean, it's at least me and Remy.
So before we get out of the car, I'm gonna be like, all right, Nolan,
Yo,
we're going in to get the drugs.
I do give Nolan back his bulletproof vest.
all right. So if you're asking me to play nice, I promise, Mom, I will play nice.
No, I'm just like confirming we are on the same page. This is a go in, get it, get out. Like,
Yeah,
we're
this is
not-
smash and grab. We're not looking for information. Agreed. We're just gonna get them. I
like,
mean,
real quick, like we're not gonna
Philip
stay around and like ask anybody anything. We're just gonna go and get out.
Philip
I think-
chimes in and says, "You could tell him we found out it's laced with stuff."
are we impersonating someone? I thought we were literally just B&E, steal it and leave. Like fuck the
Oh,
consequences.
I mean,
Like,
I assumed
yeah,
you guys
'cause,
were
like,
okay.
If we're going up to the DJ booth, technically we could go in that window.
Oh yeah, the window last time. Yeah. My vote honestly is just a B&E. Like fuck them. If they have a problem with it, then we'll push them out of the way and just do what we have to do.
It's like a warehouse. It's pretty open. If anybody's in there, they're gonna see us. Like,
Yeah,
and then we gotta get up the stairs. Like,
I don't think you're getting in without being seen. You're pretty
no.
sneaky, but this is a wide open warehouse,
Yeah,
and either there's a few people hanging out, or they're having a 24/7 rave.
yeah.
So-
there
What
any
All right. So
cars?
what?
I was gonna say, at this point in time in the afternoon, are there cars there?
Yeah. It looks like there is probably like 5 or 6 cars, which is unusual. Because when you guys did the stakeout before, there was only that many cars when it was late at night.
Do any of the none of the cars match Tamika's vehicle that left? Right? It was like a what'd you say, Civic?
No, none of them match.
Do all the cars look the same?
No, they're just random different
No,
cars.
like they did before. Like when we left the first time.
Oh, the same. Yeah, several of them do. Yep, you recognize
Do
several
they
of them.
look like they've been moved at all since then?
It's hard to tell. It's only been a day and a half.
Well, I guess maybe she's at are they in the same order?
Oh, I see what
yeah,
you're saying.
like-
Place.
like,
No, they're not in the
are
same
they
order.
Coated in because we're in the fucking south.
Yeah.
Are they coated in pollen? Like they haven't been driven in a couple days?
It's only been a day and a half. You're not gonna be able to tell.
Like
They could
you
have taken it home and
know,
parked it in the driveway, and it would look the same.
They've literally been at a ranger for a day and a half.
So
you,
I think. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
you guys pull up and you don't hear any music.
Okay.
So Remy, you should use your natural charm. Just make something up. Just improvise it. No, I believe in you. I believe in you. I got your back. Just trust me. Just trust me.
Okay. Try.
So Remy and Nolan make their way to the door. Front, back,
Front.
front. You walk up, and as you get closer, you notice that the door is ajar. And getting closer and closer, you see that there's something laying in the floor, like where the door is ajar. It's like poking out something metal.
Can I tell what it is?
It looks like part of a gun
So on the ground.
on the ground. Yeah.
Okay. I guess I just tap Remy on her shoulder and point it out. I'm sure she sees it too, but just point it out to her and just say, I think that's a weapon. So
You
Like
chime in on the.
yeah. So sorry. I guess we're wearing a mic. Sure. I didn't think about that, but yeah, you can hear what I'm saying too.
Yeah.
I don't look like Rambo right now. I have
Oh,
my
was, like,
pistol in my
pulling
waistband. but-
I know, yeah. I was like pulling my laptop out to close it. I point in the back for David and like, why don't you grab the long guns?
And Remy and Nolan, as you guys get closer, specifically Nolan, you see similar signs of chaos. The door seems to be just missing pieces altogether. You can see into the darkness through the door. Little slivers of door missing.
So it looks like someone's just busted the door down.
The door is still standing, but it looks like,
Shredded, like when the room got shredded.
yeah, like it's got a bunch of shredded pieces missing from it. Like
Do I
if-
make that connection? Does it look
absolutely,
like
absolutely, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, this has been 30 minutes since we saw this happen.
yeah. And you can look down now and see the gun, and it's not even. It's just like part of the barrel.
okay? So I guess I point that out to Remy really quick. I just say, this is what we saw in the hotel, and I step in front of her and just still try and go through and see what we see. I'm being as careful as possible, not being quiet, just
Yeah.
alert and looking around as heightened as I can be. Guns drawn at this point.
I would have backed in, by the way. And so I'm looking, especially as he's starting to talk about this, I'm watching out
Okay.
for anything.
An ice cream truck comes and parks in front of you. I'm just kidding.
I blip my siren.
Bleep, bleep. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. A lady runs out of the truck.
So do you? I'm talking to Remy. Do you want to go up check the DJ booth first?
Are we going? Are we inside now? Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
I guess we're a couple of feet in, like not
Okay.
like all the way, like not because you said that the doors. I've seen slivers. I see the barrel of a gun. As I went in, I was looking around. Things
Okay.
seemed disheveled. I guess.
So,
you said.
no, I hadn't said.
Okay.
You look in. There's nobody in there. You see pieces of the concrete floor just straight up missing, as in like someone took a rake and just sheared it away. It's not. There's no rubble. It's just gone. Sides of the warehouse. From the inside, you can see the light kind of pinpointing in different spots, as it looks like just meteors of little shards have just gone all through the whole place.
I'm sure at some point you mentioned the shredded stuff, right?
I'm like live tweeting
Yeah.
it to you, man. You're
Yeah.
you're getting everything we're getting. This is like comms in an operation. So I'm just telling you what I'm
Yeah.
seeing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Remy,
Here's how we- So I'm definitely strapping up. And I'm putting like
sure. Remy, your goal was to get the drugs, and you kind of like look up to where the DJ booth was, and the iron stairs or whatever that goes up there, the steel stairs. The DJ booth seems to be there, but it looks wrecked. But they're still up there mostly.
I don't really want to walk through here
Okay.
personally. I'd rather go up through the window because it was a lot closer.
So the
Yeah,
DJ
you-
booth on the second floor. Could we?
Mhm.
We did I scale that last time? Is that where I went in? I thought I went on the ground floor.
Yeah,
I don't
so
remember that.
but what she's talking about is leaving the building where you are, going around the building to the long end, going in the window there, and the stairs are
Okay,
right
okay.
there, and you can go right up.
I mean, if that's fine. If you're not comfortable, that's okay. Let's go around that way. Do you want to climb and I'll cover you, or do you want to hold my weapon and I'll climb? It's your choice.
probably about the time you guys like get out and start heading around. I don't know about David, but after I got strapped up, I'm gonna go meet him, especially if I see him come out.
Okay, David. David goes with you, and you guys run to the end of the building. Pop up in the window, hop in.
Remy, do you want to go in?
Sure.
Remy, you hop in. Stairs are just right there. Head up. Most of the equipment's destroyed, but what's left is the side where you saw them open up the drawer. Open it up.
I'll try to open it.
Pry it open. Little box in there. You saw him open it up before and retrieve some of the reverb. You just grab the whole thing. It's like the size of a pencil box when you're a kid.
That's all that's in there.
That's all that's there. Yeah, and that's what it was before last time too. He just pulled out a couple.
I'll grab that and hightail it out of there.
Okay. You walk past the DJ booth and begin to descend back down, and you kind of like look out over the whole warehouse area, and you see the back door, the back warehouse door, the roll up, and you kind of get like a flash, and you feel like you were on reverb when you were here, and you hear the sounds of that banging that you had that dream of. And you are standing there looking at this door, and you think you see Sally there banging on the door. And then she just gets shredded from the other, like, off camera and disappears. And you come to.
I would probably scream.
And
So
run.
if she screams, I whip around and try to look at whatever she's doing.
And I'd probably just like, I don't know, like, Nolan, I need you. Okay. I just had a vision or something or whatever. You remember when we were on Reverb and you just saw random shit? Like, I just saw Sally banging on the door like I saw in my dream, and she just got shredded. She's just gone.
Are you sure it was her?
It looked. I mean,
You sure?
yes. It
Okay.
was her.
Nolan, are you
Alright,
inside?
Yeah, I was there covering her from the inside.
Okay.
Since Philip's with us, I mean, I'm trying to comfort her a little bit. I'm like, it's okay. It's nothing's there now. Do you want me to go look?
No, I just want to get out of here.
Do we? I mean, through her like prior to, during her freaking out, and after, is any sound, anything we're seeing? Like,
No, just her. That's it. Just her moving up the grating and stuff.
Okay. So I guess if once she says that, I just kind of look at Philip and just we're helping her down the ladder or helping her out the window, however she wants to leave, just getting out of there. 'Cause
Okay.
we have
So-
what we were looking for.
So she cried out. You look up, comfort her. She makes her way down. You're helping her out the window. And you like turn around and look back. One last look before you walk out. Nolan. And you have a flash as well, just like she did. And it's like you were there on the dance floor for just a second. But you're watching. And you see all these people. It's too hard to tell what's going on, but they're all screaming, and it's not the happy as it was before. And you feel the reverberation of pain, dread, and go through the whole crowd as each one just gets eviscerated and disappears. And the last thing you see,
reverberation.
yeah, the last thing you see as you close the window and you're looking down on the floor is where the center of the dance floor is just carved away.
Holy fucking shit! I guess I just kind of blink and try to settle myself. I decide not to, because we're trying to get out. I'm not gonna just stop and tell Remy about it right now. But I try to collect myself, but also do that thing where you try and remember something you've seen. Try to as vividly as I can so I can recall it, and then just keep going towards the car with Remy.
Okay. Both you, Remy, and you make a sand check.
Oh, Guido.
Philip.
So while they're rolling, you said that after he got shredded,
Yeah.
the thing like reached for the stuff, right?
It seemed to, yeah. Yeah.
And it like the powder disappeared, right?
No. It just kind of destroyed that area. But it didn't like disappear the powder or eat it or anything.
Oh, so the powder was still there.
Yeah. But you also don't know what the powder was.
Right, we don't know for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
and
rolled
it-
a 42 under 62, or
Excellent.
whatever my SAN is at right now. I think it's 62 now because of the
Alright.
damage I've taken.
You're fine.
67 under 76.
Excellent. And you guys are fine. Good job.
When they get out there, what the hell was that?
I kind of look at him and I just try to say, just leave it. Like try to do the hand chopping motion.
You sure we want to keep that shit?
I don't want anybody else to have it.
Chuck it in the river and go.
I think we should at least let David look at it, just in case there's something different. We can. I'm definitely with you. Destroy it as soon as we can, but we.
Okay. All right.
After what I just saw, and I just kind of stopped myself after I say that, but I'm like, let's keep it for now.
Okay.
No, stumble upon.
I don't plan on leaving it out at the playground. All right. Well, I'll head back to the car and.
Okay.
Is the ice cream truck gone?
Yeah, I was kidding. The ice cream truck lets you out.
I didn't notice initially that it said Mr. Happy.
Mr. Happy's, yeah.
Mr. Happy's ice cream.
Ice cream truck's like, be cool, man. Be cool.
Yeah, so where you guys headed? GB?
Green box, unless
Yeah.
you have a better idea.
No, we need to talk.
Punch it. GB.
I will make a pit stop at in this universe. I've decided that Radio Shack still exists.
Oh, we should roll for it.
Hey,
That's too good. That's too beneficial. Well, I mean, in a nice, perfect world, Radio Shack would still be around and selling us parts,
selling fantastic electronics.
I'm gonna need you to roll me a luck for that. If not, you're gonna have to go to Best Buy and pay those outrageous prices.
HDMI cable time.
Still exists. There's one on 153.
Yeah, but they don't have anything.
Yeah, I know.
They have like a little robotic dogs now, and that's it.
What's the luck? What am I rolling?
It's a
under again?
50-50, that's all.
But is higher, low? I don't remember.
It's your choice. I like to just keep it low. That way it's easy. True is low, false is above. Yes, no.
So 0 to 49.
Sure.
Nope. 56.
Damn, you have to go to Best Buy, but you still find what you need.
I just, I'm assuming I probably need like a hard drive cradle or something.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so you grab that.
Some extra.
Hey, are you a Best Buy Elite Rewards member?
Fuck. Yeah.
I look at the
Oh,
kid.
yeah.
I just look at the kid and I notice that his tag says Scotty, and I'm like, not today, kid.
Shit.
I'll leave.
Oh man.
Sorry, we have a buddy that works there.
Scotty went out back and cried that day.
Not the first day.
That's when they're like, well, do you need help installing this? Our Geek Squad can help you.
Not today, he said.
I don't say where I just
grabs the cradle, go to the GB. You guys are at the GB. Unload yourselves, unload your shit, slam the laptop on the counter, slam your cradle, put the hard drive in.
I mean, I'm gonna, mess literally no life to the device. Yeah.
Yeah. It's deadsies. But
hard drive out.
But you are able to you see there's some shit on there. A lot of it's corrupted. But you do get, there is one video file that seems to be openable at least. Because it was just what you gather from the hard drive is it wasn't being used of any substance other than to record data for his cameras.
Okay.
Sorry, I had a phone call.
Welcome back.
No
Okay, dude.
worries.
We went to Best Buy.
Yeah, how was your Best Buy trip?
Shitty. It's Best Buy. It's always shitty.
Always shitty.
I tried to ensure that Radio Shack existed in this universe, but I didn't roll good.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so you do the thing. You don't need to roll. You have enough computer science. I believe it's over 60. Nope, 52. Roll for it.
Okay.
Can I help him?
Yeah, you can.
Crit success, 44 under 52.
Whoop! Easy.
Never mind.
Yeah, so you're going through the video file. A lot of nothing, not many people visit. A lot of it's corrupted to where it just kind of lines out. But you do get some grainy footage around the time frame of the past 2 days you were there, or we'll give it like within 5 days where you were. The only person that seems to 3 people, your party that seems to go to that door, whatever her name was that left, and another woman. The grainy footage, since you already know about the girl that left, Tamika or whatever, you're not really focused in on her because it just shows her walk out.
Is any audio or is it pure video?
It's just video. But so you notice this, you backtrack this. What about this lady? Backtrack. See her walking just into frame. You don't see a car or anything. You see her walking in next to the door, come in the front door. You see she's a Hispanic or mixed race, around 30 to 40, dressed very professionally in a like business suit attire, pantsuit, high heels. Walks her way in to the front desk. Doesn't get within 10 feet of it as she walks by it. Looks his way as he like addresses her. You know, what do you want this morning or whatever? Just kind of holds her hand up, and you see her like move her fingers a few times, and he just kind of puts his head down, sits back in his chair. She walks on. It's the.
Was she holding anything?
No, it's just her hand. She just did some gestures.
I mean, like.
Nothing you've ever seen before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zig Heil.
Yeah. That's what she did.
And it's always the Nazis.
How did you know? Goes upstairs. You see her walking down the hall. She puts her hand on the door, opens it up, and you see her disappear for a little bit. Several minutes go by, and you see her walk out. And she's got she just kind of takes her hands as she's walking and just kind of rubs each one and puts them on her pants as she's walking and wipes them off and just makes her way out just as easy. And she looks over at the front desk, and the guy is not even looking anymore. He's still got his head straight down, and she walks out.
How long?
Roll me a. Well, actually, I don't need you to roll for this. You notice that on her way out, she seemed to be carrying. Well, I guess no, she didn't. She's not carrying anything. Yeah, so that's it. That's all you notice. How long was she there? No longer than 10 to 15 minutes. And the girl before her, you don't have footage of her getting there. You just have footage of her leaving. So.
Tamika.
Yeah.
Why do I feel like I have her name written down and you don't?
I do. It's just hard for me to find it.
Was she carrying anything?
He said she was. He said she was. And
neither one of them wasn't. No, I said she was because I thought that she was, but she's not because I told you something different.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I mean, is this in color?
It's grainy, but yeah.
Like, was there anything like shiny or colored about her hands, or they just look like maybe wet? Or
as far as you can tell, she just like the closest thing you think of is some gang signs over at him.
No, he was meaning like.
Oh, after.
Oh,
No, just normal hands. Like maybe just some perspiration on your hands or something. You know, kind of wipe them off on your pants.
no color to it.
No. She's got eating a Pop-Tart. Just wiping off the dust.
Pizza.
Pizza, yeah.
Pizza box.
Do I have any sort of image database.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can you take
The best
sure.
screen cap I can get.
Yeah.
Maybe a profile, as much of a profile and as much of a straight on, and perhaps a few of each, depending on how crappy they are.
Yeah. So you run it through, and her face doesn't come up in any of the facial recognition databases.
And none of the locals recognize her.
I mean, you haven't asked anybody, but
Oh, I assume they were watching with me. But
oh, the team. Yeah. Nobody recognized her.
so it's not like a politician or a
No.
high-profile businesswoman in the area.
No.
I've seen her on TV.
I've seen her on TV.
Everybody's seen all the local politicians saying something stupid, handing out a check, doing something dumb. I wouldn't know their name necessarily, but like, yeah, I've seen her.
So while Philip's doing that, what are you guys doing? Anything different? Just waiting, watching them, watching over them.
Happening.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else to do with that. I guess I'll show it to them and see if there's any, just in case anything jumps out to anyone. If I show
Stupid
it to them,
witches.
Yeah. Do we
Sorry.
notice anything different that he hasn't? Probably not. Any shadows of movement when the door opened or shut? Any?
Yeah.
I forgot, man. I'm in the FBI. I hit the enhance button.
Oh.
Pixels from nowhere.
Enhance.
Resolution was 320 by 320 to begin with. It's now 8K.
Can I get two more hands on this keyboard with me? Come on.
How else does one type enhance?
Oh gosh. No, you guys can pour over it over and over. It just gets weirder and weirder every time you watch it. The guy seemingly confronting her about what she wants and just kind of getting motioned at, her fingers kind of move in a way that's too grainy to really
witchcraft,
make out
felony.
what she's doing. And
Witchcraft.
he just kind of slumps down and doesn't look back up until she leaves. A good couple minutes after she leaves, you see him go from like this to he like jumps up, like looks around, just like picks up his phone and starts playing with it again.
Was there
I've seen enough horror movies. That's witchcraft.
No, it's Darth Vader.
like when she came to the door of his room, did she just open up and walk in? Did she knock? Did she talk? Did she stand there for a minute?
Yeah, she walked up, like I said, put her hand on the doorknob for a few seconds, and then opened it and walked in.
Like an abnormal couple of seconds?
It was
Like longer than, like she didn't just put it up there and open it.
Yeah, you're not sure if it was hesitation or what would cause her to pause. But something
It's
gave
longer
her,
than just opening the door.
yeah, something gave her a moment pause.
And like again, like there was like, did she say anything?
You
Like,
can't hear anything, and she didn't say
I
anything.
know I can't hear, but
Yeah.
did she stand there and talk at the door?
No.
Okay.
The door didn't respond.
Well, we said that it could like see moving stuff, so I didn't know if she like talked to him.
Gotcha.
at the door.
Yeah.
So okay.
So I guess while he's, if we looked over the video with him, that's fine. Like while he's pouring over it on his own, I would like recount what I saw to Remy. Now that we both calmed down a little bit, like
Yeah.
ask her specifically, try and get more details on what she saw when we were taking the stuff from the club, and then I would mention what I said too, just to, try and compare notes, I guess.
Yeah, like I didn't see anybody else. I just saw Sally, right?
Yeah, it was like you're, you know, those dreams when you're witnessing someone else. Well, that's what this was.
Yeah,
Oh.
I say, I saw everyone on the floor. It was a lot of the people. I guess maybe, even though it probably doesn't matter, maybe I recognized some of them from our time there. Like,
Yeah, you recognize the DJ in there getting destroyed with the rest of them.
Okay.
Did he
Oh.
see the creature, or did he just see them?
It's hard to tell. You can only assume, given the evidence, that it was.
I just didn't know if
Yeah.
he explicitly saw it or not. I couldn't remember what you said.
No.
I don't think in my vision I didn't see shards flying everywhere. I didn't see the same thing we saw.
Yeah.
That's why I was curious if it was a spider, if it looked all glassy and spacey, or if you saw something or not.
Just the chaos.
So I wonder if that was the connection we had with them. Just
Like some kind of delayed effect, maybe.
yeah.
Maybe. It was fucking terrifying. Like, I mean, I see what you mean. I see why it
Yeah.
kind of fucked you up. I mean, I've seen a lot of fucked up shit, in wartime, and this was, from what I've seen today at the hotel, and then this is
Well,
next
yeah,
level shit.
I mean, yeah, because like they just disappear. They're just gone.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
You too? I think it's time to start meditating.
Again?
Feel free to do it as little as you like. And Philip goes back to his database.
I mean, I did before I came down of it last time, but I'll gladly do it again. But I don't think Nolan's he'll have to do a void because there's no way he's gonna do a sphere unless we have like a bouncy ball, and I don't know that would count.
I mean,
Yeah.
it said
It says a
concentrating
perfect
on a
sphere.
void or a perfect sphere. I don't think you have to have one.
Well, luckily, my time in the military made me learn to sleep and just do whatever I wanted to, because I'm Superman. So, no, I guess I'll try and go in a corner and close my eyes. I mean,
Cool.
I'm not like a yogi, but I would have some kind of practice at being able to tune shit out when I had to and focus on only what I wanted to. So while they're doing
Yeah.
their thing,
For sure.
I say that's a good idea probably. And just go in a corner and just face the corner like I'm in timeout.
Okay.
And I'll do the same.
Okay. You're both doing it?
Yeah.
What are you thinking of?
I'm trying to think of anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of just nothingness, like kind of like how I like maybe would have forced myself to go to sleep with bombs and shit and all kinds of stuff going off, like be as blank as possible, nothing happy or sad.
Cool.
Hashtag void.
Yep. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I will come back to you two. And Philip and David?
So, I have a name of someone who is probably irrelevant. I have an image of someone who doesn't exist. And some footage that's meaningless. I guess I'm just gonna start looking again. David, they wanted, I guess, to look and see if any of those pills were different, but if there's any test you want to do them, I do it, and then I would say we fucking dissolve those in something. I don't want them anywhere near us any longer than we have to.
I can go check them again.
So I guess I'm just gonna.
All right. Let's take care of David. Yeah. So what are you gonna check?
The pills, make sure they're the same.
Yeah. So you check the supply that you pulled from the warehouse matches exactly with what they gave you. You could check some of the residue left on the presser as well. Doing so looks to be sugar, very trace amounts of MDMA, and Lao. Seems to match up. There's no way that anyone else could have been making these pills given the evidence before you.
Okay. Do we have a supply of bleach?
Definitely.
That's where they're going.
Presser, pills, blah 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 blah. Remy, you're 8.
Yep, destroy it all. And I'll keep an eye on the container at the top that has the little sphere in it as well.
Okay. Remy has the 8 pills. Do you bother her to get them?
Yeah, I asked for the.
I
top
probably
pills.
wouldn't have them on me. I probably would have given them to him.
Cool.
Actually, I had the pills. I'd already had the pills because I tested them last time. Remember?
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
you tested them and stuff.
You dump them all. Gone. They've been eradicated. Okay. Take a kind of like a sigh of relief. Gone. David tells you that what he found too, Philip. I would assume.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
But thanks. So lacking any other options that stand out at this point in time, I guess I'm gonna go, back to my databases and stuff.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for anything for Tamika Tillerson. I don't think I really dug on the name Teresa Jenkins. And I've got nothing other than an image of that lady.
Let me ask you again. What are you looking for, though? Like, what are you still searching for?
I mean, I don't know who those people are. So, I mean, the obvious answer is that this Hispanic lady is probably our next target, so to speak. But I also don't know any, those are the only names I have to try to, look at for information. We've pulled video of this lady, but that's all I got. I don't really have anything I can dig on since she didn't show up in the image databases. So,
why are you looking at the lady?
Oh, she's a witch, man.
Darth Vader.
That is not part of the mission.
She is presumably the one that forced him to eat his supply.
Okay.
Her or Tamika.
Okay. Your mission was to identify and stop the source of the unnatural drug.
I mean, we could reasonably think she was a source, though. Maybe she
That's
got
my
mad at
could.
it.
You
related
could.
to where
You
the
could.
next step of the chain
You could.
is what I'm getting at. But I guess you're hinting that our mission is complete.
No, well, I will also tell you, you find the other 2 names, the other 2 women that were missing, various drug charges, but nothing unusual other than both of them are now missing. There's a missing persons report for the girl that left as well. But you don't find anything. That face, there's just nothing to go off of. A face.
That's what I
And-
was saying.
yeah.
I just wanted,
Yeah.
having nothing other than an image of her and having put her through the image databases, I've got nothing else to go with her.
Yeah.
So I was just following up the rest of those other 2 leads,
Yeah.
so to speak. And I'm assuming not, but there's nothing new about that case file that was created for Simmons or Spider. Nothing.
No,
different.
they're exactly the same as when you last looked at them. You do notice that there are a handful more missing persons reports put in Chattanooga, but that kind of lines up with what Nolan had told you, if that was an event that actually happened.
Do they look like anybody? Because I know he was there. Do they look like anybody that was in the club?
Yeah, so like he can pull up a few faces and kind of just go through them, and yeah, you recognize it. And you look at them and you just kind of get like a pang, in your chest, like each one, like, oh, what? Yeah.
Um, I mean, I could try to take this image somewhere, but by the time I get done searching all that stuff, I guess I'll just go to David and like, this is the only other potential piece to look at, and I've got nothing else. I mean, we could take it to the cops. We could ask them to find this lady, but I don't know. I feel like maybe this is something we hand off to Mr. Happy and move on.
Yeah, so we give it to Mr. Happy.
Do what?
I said we give it to Mr. Happy.
Yeah, I mean,
Mr.
assuming
freaks
that
me out.
she is involved in whatever the fuck just happened, handing it off to the local police is just liable to get people killed if they can even do anything with it. So well, I guess at this point we just keep going to Waffle House until we see Mr. Happy.
Speaking of that, you
Hope that they don't fall over dead.
if you keep going there enough, the people won't be able to breathe.
Didn't Spider mention about a smiling man?
He did.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he said the smiling man did something to me when he was talking to you when you're in Terry before he got eviscerated in the next dimension.
Fuck, I missed that.
Yep.
He didn't give details on him. He didn't say anything about him other than
There was
the
smiling man, then it turned red eyes.
No, there's a baby with red eyes. He said.
Yeah, baby with glowing red eyes and veins, circle of stone slabs with naked unconscious people on them all smiling. And then more stuff about universe and exploding and evil presence inside of him. Something that was hungry, and then something was in him, in his brain.
What did he say about the smiling?
People in a circle on slabs smiling.
Oh, but there was also the smiling man, but David already said what I said, so.
But there was nothing more than the smiling man.
Yeah.
And then the baby with glowing red eyes and veins.
Hmm.
Okay.
Maybe we don't give this to Mr. Smiley and we just keep it for ourselves and put it on the shelf as a record of an unknown. He does say knowledge is not good.
Maybe we don't. I'm sorry, you're really quiet right now. What'd you say?
I don't think we give it to him. I think we just keep it on our list of things that keep an eye out for. I don't think he cares. He doesn't want to know.
All right.
He gave us our mission. That's what we did.
Do what?
He gave us our mission, and that's what we did.
Yeah, just if this lady is up the chain from whoever was supplying this shit.
He was the supply, evidently, because he got it from Afghanistan.
So he said. But someone came here and made him, well, seemingly someone, he thought, a woman, came here and made him eat his supply. I don't know. sounds like she's no good, whatever she is. Whoever she is.
And we don't know for sure if that's her or not.
Well,
That's true too.
every other female that we have video footage of arriving is missing.
We don't know that she's not either.
Do I?
We don't know that she's not missing either.
Well, I guess that's a fair point. But I also don't think that anybody else was Blair Witch projecting.
All four of you, as you guys are hanging out in there for a little bit, talking. Is Amy still there?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, cool.
Lexi's in my seat.
That's fine. I was just making sure you're still there before I continued. All four of you get a text. Philip, you get a text that says waffle. Nolan, you get a text that says house. David, you get a text that says now. And Remy, you get a text that's just an arm, the emoji arm.
Like the flexing arm?
Yeah. Yep.
So we're done meditating. I've stepped away to pee again. I may have missed something. Did anything come of that? Are we okay?
Yeah, there's something I meant to do for there. Both of you roll a POW test. Let me pull it up to make sure.
Oh,
I don't know.
power.
I
I
don't
do
think.
have
I don't think we've done this before.
Willpower?
This is power.
Power. Yeah. Okay. And Nolan, I want you to get a plus 20%, which is near.
So that's 70 then. Or what, plus 20% or plus 20 points?
Plus 20%. So you would be like at 90%. So you'd have to get under 90.
Okay.
And Remy, you get a plus. Just don't crit fail, like with a 100.
Crit fail.
71 under 90.
Okay.
70.
Okay. You are okay.
Okay.
As far as you know. You feel relaxed, and you get maybe an hour or so meditating there, and you're all jarred awake by the
text messages.
Yeah.
Your phone's suddenly on volume.
Max volume
Yeah.
with vibration on.
Looks like our friend
While him
is.
and I were hanging out, did we notice anything with the box?
Nope. Seem to be just chilling.
Guys keeping an eye on it with it zip tied to the shelf.
It's been fixated.
It would theoretically make it easier to hear if it was being lucky.
I guess we need to go to Waffle House.
Anyone hungry?
Not really, no. But
Not after that. But we gotta go. I could use some coffee, I guess. Or
We got that.
maybe not coffee. I'm already on edge.
Oh god. Take some Lao. Oh wait, it's gone.
Oh wait, no.
Spoiler alert.
Let's go.
So, my friends.
I could probably make you some.
No, I'm okay.
All right, Zach. Before we
Sure.
jump scene,
Yeah.
so that I actually have it in my notes this time.
Okay, you're writing down the visions?
The smiling man,
Uh-huh.
the baby with glowing red eyes and veins, the people on slabs smiling.
They're naked and look to be unconscious, yes.
Yeah. Was there another one?
It kind of. He rambled a little bit, talking about like the universe, the beginning, it exploded, it created, like that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then he started talking about something's intersecting, something's coming, it's evil. And then he mentioned hungry, and then he kind of went off and that it's in him, it's in his brain, that kind of stuff. Oh God, it's in my brain.
My boy.
My brain. Yeah.
Thanks.
No problem. So, after meditation coffees,
Oh, I assume that was coffee at the Waffle House.
I didn't know. Like, you guys go to the Waffle House?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we don't. I don't think any of us want to, but we don't want to keep this person waiting.
Yeah.
So you load up, hop in the car, head to the Waffle House. Couple other people there. Go through the door, look inside. You don't see Mr. Happy, but you do see that large Icelandic woman sitting at one of the booths, and she looks over you.
Brienne.
She looks over at you, and just kind of nods. And the first thing that you notice is that she has both of her arms.
Was she missing one?
She was missing one last time.
I give her 2 thumbs up with a goofy smile.
And that's where we'll stop and start next time.
The 2 thumbs up heard around the world.
Yeah.
Did Nolan get them all killed?
Insane.
Find out next
Too good.